Alright guys, I got a video for you. First of all though, don't forget this Friday at 9:30 p.m. I'm going to be doing a video, and we're going to have a guest on. That's the plan for Friday night. Now you're not going to want to miss Friday night. It's going to make a whole lot of you say, wow, I can't believe that. And it's going to make a few of you pissed off. But it's going to open a lot of eyes, and it has to be done. I've had a lot of people help me put this together, and it's going to come out. You're not going to want to miss it. Trust me. This comes out of Oklahoma from the OSU College. 3 police officers were patrolling campus one night. One officer was checking out the building where art department offices were. The public was previously the women's dormitory. Throughout his patrol, he heard footsteps on the floor above. Every time he climbed to another floor, the footsteps were heard on the next floor, until he reached the 4th and top floor of the building, where he had expected to find the cleaning person. The footsteps stopped, then he heard the footsteps at the end of the hall moving toward him. They came closer and closer until he moved to one side of the hall. With his back to the wall, he could see inside a classroom. As he heard the footsteps walk past him, he could see writing on the chalkboard in the classroom, as if an object had moved in front of it. He ran from the building and told his 2 friends. The 2 other men decided they had to see it for themselves. Unable to talk the first police officer into returning to the building, they went in without him. On the 4th floor, they heard banging and crashing from the office. They sat on the floor across from the closed door and recorded the thumps and bumps until something hit the door with all its might. The men drew their weapons and ran from the building. They still say that building to this day is haunted. I know I worked in a lot of buildings whenever I was working, and you would hear a lot of noises and a lot of doors shutting and laughing and cash registers. And sometimes at night it's like these really busy places, they don't shut down. And we had a lot of like cameras that would, they have face recognition systems on them, and they would say they saw a face in the middle of the center court or a hallway, and there'd be nothing there, but you would have toilets flush. We had pictures some of the officers had took of little kids, in the hallways. Just a lot of weird stuff where I used to work, and a lot of that did happen at night when you were alone. Another one I have for you is called Dead Woman's Crossing, a territorial murder. The story goes July 7th, 1905. Katie DeWitt James and her 14-month-old baby were put on a train by her father, Henry, in Custer County to visit cousin in Payne County. She had filed for divorce the day before on the grounds of cruelty. Katie wrote regularly to her father, so when the letter stopped, Henry hired a detective to find his daughter. The detective searched Clinton, and he moved on to Weatherford, where he found that Katie had stayed with another woman that she had met on the train. The woman was a known prostitute named Fanny Norton. Norton's brother-in-law reported to the detectives that the 2 women and a baby had left the carriage and were to return in 3 hours. However, 2 hours and 15 minutes later, Fanny returned alone and parked the buggy in the barn. Witnesses reported seeing a buggy with 2 women and a baby disappear into a field and reappear only one woman with the baby. Fanny drove the buggy to a nearby farm where she found a small boy. She gave the baby, dressed in a bloody gown, to the boy and told him to take her to his mother until she came back. The detective caught up to the Fanny in Shawnee, where she poisoned herself after being found. After rewards were posted by everyone from Katie's father to the governor, 2 men came forward having found a body. The skeletal remains were identified as Katie's from the clothing, which was still intact, a hat and a gold ring on her finger. Katie's husband was questioned but had an alibi. The divorce never went through. The husband was awarded custody of the baby and Katie's estate. The murder was pinned on Fanny, whose motive was supposed robbery. Since Katie's ring was found on her skeletal remains, many people speculate that Katie's husband paid Fanny to murder her. To this day, there is a bridge in Weatherford that, if visited at the haunting hour, presumably midnight, one can hear the woman calling for her baby and wagon wheels rolling across the wooden bridge. So what do y'all think about that? I hear that about a lot of old bridges around here, and we still have a lot of old bridges in Oklahoma. In fact, there's a bridge I would like to investigate that me and Sarah's found, and I would like to do it at nighttime. And it's supposed to be a haunted bridge. It's a very beautiful bridge. It's an old bridge. Down below it, God, this bridge is way up in the air, and it still has the old railroad ties that go across the bridge, where you have to keep your tires on each one, and the one-by is below it. So I would like to visit that one night just to see if there is anything there. Is that something you all would like to, see us do? Is go to this old bridge and stay there at night and maybe use the IR and camera and see if we can catch something on the bridge or any of the noises that people say they're hearing? If that's something you all would like to see, let us know in the comments. Maybe we could do another road trip and show you all the bridge and how beautiful it is. Even if we don't catch anything, at least we can go there and at least see this place that's supposed to be very haunted. We've been there during the day, but not during the night. So if you'd like to see that, let us know in the comments. I hope you enjoyed these stories tonight, guys. Until the next time, keep your head on a swivel. See you Friday night at 9:30. And we got some more boots on the ground coming up, some places we're going to go look at. And we've been contacted by some people, so we got a lot of stuff coming, guys. Things are looking good. We got a lot of people wanting to come on the show. We're going to be getting them on. We're going to start tomorrow doing some interviews and get all that worked out for you. So thanks for watching, guys. Thank you for the support. We'll see you on the next one.